Hi everyone, my name is Steve and thank you for tuning in to Naughty Life. If this is your first cruise or if you haven't cruised in a while, this will be a good video for you. Now that you have all your clothes picked out and you're ready to go on your cruise, I'll show you the 14 items I bring with me on every cruise. If you haven't noticed, I'm on a Oasis class ship, the Harmony of the Seas, and can't think of a better place to do this. So, first thing you want to bring with you is a first aid kit. If you have to go to the medical center, they will charge you some outrageous fee. This particular kit's 131 pieces, cost me $14. As you can see, it comes with a lot of stuff. It's 131 pieces. Got it on Amazon. Has probably 10, 12 different size band-aids, bandages, tape, gauze pads, neosporin. I mean, pretty much anything you need. And I keep it at home, so it's not just, $14 just for cruises. I use it at home. I actually had to use a couple band-aids a couple weeks ago out of it, so it's very handy to have. Next thing I want to talk about is let's talk about saving some room in your suitcase. That's something everybody tries to do and has a hard time doing it. And I know this isn't going to be for everybody, but one thing I do is I either go to Walmart or Target, and some grocery stores sell these now. And it's these little travel size shampoo, body wash, and Listerine. They cost about $2 each, between $1.50 and $2 each, depending on where you shop. Extremely handy to have, and believe it or not, well, of course I don't have much hair, but this lasts over a week. The body wash will last me about a week, and so will the Listerine. Perfect for 7-night cruises. And you can see this is how much space they take up instead of a bunch of 18-ounce bottles. I know some of you prefer your own brands. There is an alternative for that. You can go to Amazon and they sell empty 3-ounce bottles, the exact same size, and you just pour your shampoo into the empty bottle and you can bring it that way, and it will save you a lot of room and a little bit of weight. Number 3, I want to talk about a sunscreen. Of course, I'm at the end of a 7-night cruise. I got a little sun today at Coco Cay. From the lack of sunscreen, as you can see, I'm a little red. Definitely a must if you're going anywhere in the Caribbean. They're easy to find in Florida all year round, but I know a lot of northern states it's difficult. You can get them on Amazon all year. You can find it just about everywhere in Florida all year round. CVS, Walgreens, grocery stores, Walmart, Target, they all sell it all year round, so you don't have to worry about sunscreen. Just make sure you come in a day early, so it makes things easier for you. That's a whole nother conversation. So we'll move on to number 5, which is I bring a little Nightlight with me. Anyone who's cruised before know these are extremely handy. Puts off a blue glow for about 60 seconds. It's a motion sensor Nightlight. The nice thing about this one is, hopefully you can see it, the plug just snaps down so it doesn't snag anything in your suitcase. So it's very handy. This one I haven't been able to find on Amazon for a few months now. I don't know if it's a supply issue or if it's been discontinued or whatever, but I'll leave the link below. A 3-pack was $17. I use them at home all the time. Matter of fact, I got 2 3-packs. And then I just unplug it from the wall and bring it in with me. So it's not a waste of money. I use them at home. Let's move on to number 6. Nothing worse than unpacking your clothes and having some things wrinkled. Happens to a lot of us. So instead of sending it out for dry cleaning and spending $3, $4, $5 a garment to have it pressed again, what I bring with me is Downy wrinkle releaser. It's about $5 a can at Target, Walmart, grocery stores. We're usually sold where you can find like the dryer sheets and bleach and all that. Just spray it on. Probably get about 7-8 garments out of it, depending on how bad the wrinkles are. A little more, a little less. spray it on, just kind of pull the fabric tight. You can either let it dry, or what I do is I just take a blow dryer and dry it, so to get all the dampness out of it, and it works great. Next thing is number 7. Every cabin configuration has different numbers of outlets, European ports, and USB ports. Some have USBs, some don't. Some have 1, some have 2, some have 3. If you're in a suite, it's a little more, but for regular cabins, which is most of us, you'll notice that every single cabin has a different configuration when it comes to this. So there are several things that I bring with me to adapt to those different configurations. I have a bunch of USB devices. I got my camera, my cell phone, my watch. Another item I'm going to show you in a minute. Actually, 3 items I'm going to show you in a minute. They're all USB. Since there's only 2 USB cabins on the ship, the most I've seen is 2. I bring this with me, which is a 4-port adapter. So it charges 4 USBs at a time, and then just plugs right in the wall. And what's nice about this one is, just like the light, the outlet folds down so it doesn't snag anything. So speaking of USB device, well, actually we'll get to that one in just a second. The other thing I bring with me are magnets, and this is handy for if you're using like the Downy wrinkle releaser. I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't. So I bring these little magnets with me, and they're hooks. And I'm going to say it was like $6 or something. I don't remember. They just stick right to the wall, and then you can hang your swimsuit from it and dry it if you want, or if you need to use the Downy, you can put the hanger on it and just hang it from the wall right above where the blow dryer is and blow dry it. So I bring them with me. They weigh like an ounce maybe, and they're pretty handy. Moving on to number 8 is, speaking of USB devices, I don't like the idea of plugging like my cell phone directly into the wall. I know there's some security issues about that. I won't get into that. There are plenty of other people that have done YouTube videos on it. But what I bring with me is one of the charging pads. This one's actually made by Anchor, which is one of your better ones, and it's USB. So I just take my cell phone, take your cell phone, drop it right on top, and it charges. So that we don't have to worry about any security issues with plugging lightning port, well in my case a lightning port, but if you have an Android, the C port directly into the wall, because you don't want to do that. Okay, so moving on to number 10. It's kind of personal item for me, but I love bringing it with me, and I know not everyone's going to like this, or not everyone's going to want to buy it and bring it, but for me, laying out by the pool, I like to listen to my own music sometimes. So I have these wireless earbuds, which again, another USB device. They just unpop out, and then there's a power button right on the front, and they connect via Bluetooth. And they're magneted in here, so they'll stay in and then charge. I love them, great sound, and I'll leave the links below for all these items. So if you guys are interested. Moving on to number 10, I actually used this today at Coco K, is a giant waterproof bag. If you're going anywhere in the Caribbean, this is almost a must-have. You put your stuff in it, roll it up, and it snaps in place, and now you have a backpack straps, or you can just carry it either way. I love this bag. It's made by Gecko Brands. This particular bag's been discontinued, but they do make other bags that are similar. If you don't want to use or buy this brand, make sure you find one that has an inside pocket. This one does, because the inside pocket's very handy for small items like earbuds, cell phone, CPAS card. You have your wallet with you, driver's license, whatever. It's nice to put all those small items in a pocket. It ran me about $25. but that's pretty much what they go for. But I'll find another one by the same company and put a link below. Before I move on, if you guys could do me a favor and just smash that like button, lets YouTube know I'm putting out valuable content. I'd appreciate it, and consider subscribing as well. Moving on to number 10, I bring with me, this is a higher end one, but it's a solar charger. It's solar charged, and what I can do is plug my devices into it. It's a battery pack, so another USB device that I have. It's solar packed, so what I can do is, in this case I've got the earbuds, and I can just plug my earbuds in, if I put it in the right direction, and the earbuds are flashing, showing that it's charging. This particular one has two USBs. I got the cable on one and the other one's empty right now, so I can charge two devices at once. If you don't get this brand, make sure you get a brand that is safe for airlines. Some of these are so heavy duty, they're not safe to bring on a plane. So keep that in mind when you're buying one. This particular one is, but I'll leave the link below. Second to last thing is beach towel clips. If you're on the top deck, or actually today at Coco Cay it was pretty windy. It was like 20-mile-per-hour winds. Extremely handy to have. I bought an 8-pack of them for $7. This brand it's kind of like a cheap plastic, and I actually had bought on my last cruise the Royal Caribbean brand beach towel clips, which are very heavy duty. I forgot to pull it out before I started the video. That's bad on me. Let me see if it's on top. It is. It's right here. So these are a nice heavy duty, and these are $10 for two. They're a lot more expensive, but I'll tell you, these are extremely heavy duty towel clips. You can only buy them on Royal Caribbean ship. So if you're sailing on another cruise line, then you may want to look in their shop and see if they have a nice heavy duty one, or even look on Amazon, see if they have something. These are okay for like an occasional, if you're sailing once or twice a year, you just want something cheap that works, you can go with these, but I'm not too confident they're going to last very long. Last thing I bring with me, and this has worked for me on every cruise, is, like I said at the beginning of the video, every cabin has a different configuration, but they all have European outlets, and most first-time cruisers look at them going, okay, I've got two US outlets, two European outlets, and maybe a USB or two, so I can only plug two things in and then two USBs in, and that's it. So the best way to maximize these outlets is to get a European converter. It runs about $20 for a 2-pack, but if you travel overseas, or if you've ever been on a cruise before, you will know these are extremely handy. Almost all your veteran cruisers buy these. It's European outlet, just plugs right in the wall, boom. The nice thing about this one is that it's got a 2-prong US outlet, a 3-prong US outlet, and 2 USBs. So it really maximizes your European outlets. And most ships have at least one European outlet. Most of them have 2. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as I said before, if you don't mind just hitting that like button if you haven't already. And if you can please consider subscribing. Thank you very much.